Shalom.
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 This is another Sabbath here in Jacksonville, Florida. We do thank and praise the Most High, Ahayah, Ahayah, in his son's name, Yashayah, and the Holy Spirit for another Sabbath, another opportunity to bring the truth, the Bible, to the Jew first, and then the Gentile.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You want to say something else before I speak, Josh, to our viewers? I want to share something with our viewers. And we're really asking again, only to our subscribers. We have, I believe, 250 subscribers that are listening to us all the time. We really need your donations to this ministry. It's joshlavio.com here. What is it? Josh, what is it again?
Josh.lavio@gmail.com.
Okay, josh.lavio@gmail.com. Okay. This is really mostly for our subscribers. We have like 250 of brothers and sisters who are listening to us, all the time now, all right, on a steady diet, and learning with us and learning, from us. But as we're learning, I hope, everyone who's listening will learn and understand the truth of the Bible. Whatever you can afford, if you can send $3 to $5 a month, that's all we really need to get all the literature that we need every month to keep going here. Because most of the times we don't work, and we're hard at this ministry. We're on 4 or 5 days a week. We had to take 2 weeks off because we've been on almost 6 years.
Yep.
So we've been really hard at it, and we appreciate it. We're not asking you to send us tithes. We're not a Christian church. I don't believe in tithing, but if you can send a donation once a month and keep it coming, even if it's $3, $5, whatever you can afford, without hurting your own income. All right, I want to bless you with something. I did a little research. We've gotten some information on the lost scrolls, the lost books of the Sea Scroll. Was it?
The Dead Sea Scrolls.
The Dead Sea Scrolls. Okay, and there are actually 147 books. Show them, Josh. And that's another one. Oh, there it is. Show it. Go closer, Joshua. Go a little closer. There you go. All right. So out of the Dead Sea Scroll books came just about 147 books. Okay. The Ethiopian Bible has 121, and there's another 27 included with the Apocrypha, Yashayah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's that brother? Josh, Tony? Josephus. Jubilees. There's no such thing as 66 books in the Bible. And if that's all you have, that's why many of us are unlearned. So please send your donations. I want to read this. 66 books in the King James Bible. There are also lost books of the Bible from the Lost Sea Scrolls. 67 as of today. Also 14 books in the Apocrypha. Total books, as we know today, 147 books altogether. Most of them are in the Ethiopian Bible. So I just wanted to throw that out at you. And yes, we love the 66 books. We use them most of the time, but we love the other books also because there are epistles of Pilate, Peter, Paul. That's right. All of them wrote more epistles than are in the 66 books. So please, get these books. Josh, Tony, get that book. The one with the Lost Books of Eden, real quick.
Is it still out here?
Yes, it's on the other side. It's on the other side, Tony. Yeah, take your time. I just want to show our viewers this. Here it is. Okay. Awesome.
There you go.
There you go. Wow. You have to get this. And there's more, so that's why we need help. All right? Look at this. Get this book. The Lost Books of the Bible and the Forgotten Books of Eden. Unreal when I read this, man. This is awesome. Okay. I guess you can get this online, Josh? Tony, thanks. You can get it on Amazon. I'm not sure what it cost. What did it cost, Josh, when we got it?
Who?
The Lost Books of the Bible. How much did we pay? What was it, 20? $18, something like that. It's not that expensive, believe me. Get it. Okay, go ahead, Josh. Thank you. Thank you, son. We're going to John, right? No? Oh, we're in Luke, I'm sorry. Luke, Mary? Luke tonight, right?
Luke 5 and 6.
All right, Luke 6.
So what we
That's another long chapter. That's good, though. A lot of meat in there.
before we go into Luke 6,
You want to hear something?
I want to show you all something right fast, and we'll go into the chapter.
I don't know if you're going to agree out there, but these holidays are demonic, man. We can't wait till they're over. I mean, there's people, they're crazy out there, cutting people off, rushing to get a demonic Christmas tree to put in their home. It's really a sad time. Mm-hmm. Really a sad time.
Bible says the gift destroys the soul.
That's it. What does the Bible say? Say it again, Josh.
The gifts destroy the soul.
You know, there's millions of people in America that are forced to go to their families and don't even want to be there on Christmas night, Christmas Eve. Millions.
Psalms 147.
Okay, I'll read it. I got it. Psalms 147. This is a great psalm. 19 and 20, Josh?
Absolutely.
Okay. All praises to the Most High Power. When you know his real name, he's blessed. I want to say something, Josh, real quick. This holiday, it shames Christ. It deframes him. It actually puts his name down and who he is. When you go out and you say you're Christian, which I have no problem with because Christianity is a false religion, you go out there and you run around like a chicken without your head, and you run around cutting people off, trying to get gifts to please people. You can't please the flesh. Right, guys? You can, no matter what you buy them, they're going to say something. They're going to complain. Most of them will, not all.
Or exchange
But-
it the next day.
Yeah, that's right, but most of them will. This is a demonic holiday, and so is New Year. So we're going to bring a message, hopefully Monday, between this your Christmas and New Year's. So I hope that you'll tune in soon. What, Mary? You want to say something? Okay. So please, all we're asking is to be careful out there, because this is a season of evil spirits that are on people. I'm not saying all, but most that are celebrating these pagan holidays. When you say that you love Christ and you are actually living out a pagan life during these holidays, starting with Halloween right on to New Year's and all year, you are pagan. And you do the research. If you're just listening in to us and you don't believe that, do the research and you'll find out you're a pagan if you're celebrating these days. And don't give that excuse to yourself, well, it's for the children. So you pass your children through the fire to please them, to give them a gift and celebrate a tree. Christ has nothing to do with that tree. This is not the reason for the season. He is not the reason for this season. You have made that up in your mind and listening to these false prophets and pastors in your church.
Who was the Bible given to? Let's read it.
Okay, let's see who the Bible was written to. Who
The
was
Bible.
it? Yeah, the Bible. Who was it inspired to? What people? Psalms 147, 19 and 20. He showeth his word unto the Christian church,
Unto who?
the whole world. He showeth his word unto Jacob,
Unto who?
Jacob,
Hmm.
his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Who?
Israel.
Mm.
He hath not dealt so with any nation. Any nation. I don't care what nation you're from in America, he's not dealing with you. He's only dealing with them. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Most High.
So the Bible clearly says he hath not dealt so with any other nation.
What book says so?
The Bible.
No, your pastor.
The Bible.
Mm-hmm. No, Pastor Pork Chop.
The Bible.
There's a plate. It's collection plate.
So we clearly know that he only gave the law, statutes, and commandments, which we know as the Bible, to the Israelites, who are the Israelites, the so-called Negroes.
Hispanics,
Mm-hmm.
Mexicans, Indians, all the tribes to the islands of South America.
Before and
all
like,
over.
I want to hit this too because
Go ahead, Josh.
the Bible says to bring the gospel to the brokenhearted and the trodden down and the captives. Who are those?
Awesome.
Israelites. Psalms 83. It's time to wake up.
Yeah. Tell them, time to wake up. That's right. Come out of your sleep. You're princes and kings on this earth and you don't know it.
Uh-huh.
But through the help of the Holy Spirit in our ministry and other great brothers that we have met, that we came into this understanding, I pray every day that you get a hold of it and that you run with it.
Psalms 83:1.
Keep not thou silence, O power.
Mm-hmm.
Hold not thy peace, and be not still, Ahayah. For lo, thine enemies make thine enemies.
So the Most High have physical enemies on this earth.
Come on.
And since they know they can't fight the Most High, they wage unending war against a certain group of people.
All right, stop there real quick. Just stop there. Hold on. I got a precept. Hold on. You don't have to go to it. Listen, viewers, Job 9:24.
Uh-huh. Read.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The earth is what?
The earth is given into what, Josh?
The hand of the what?
Wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
That's why all the judges wear black.
Come on. If not, where and who is he?
Mm-hmm.
All right, keep going, Josh. For lo, thine enemies make a trouble, and they that hate you have lifted up the head.
So who hates, again,
Go
that's
ahead.
the
Go
question.
ahead, Josh.
What group of people are hated in the most?
You might not agree because right now things are going good. You got your little holiday going, and you got all this phony, what do you call it? Phony, what's that energy out there going?
Uh-huh.
But down deep in your spirit,
Mm-hmm.
you know we're telling you the truth. You have enemies in this country, tribes, and all they're ever going to do is to keep you oppressed. They're going to give you everything this world offers to keep your mind and your spirit from finding out the true Most High and who He is.
Read.
They have taken.
They have what?
They have taken.
So these nations or these groups of people are united or together against, read?
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
So that wipes away that the myth that all people are being hunted. All people are not oppressed in America.
Come on.
In fact, the majority of races in America can come here and succeed. Jewish people can succeed, whites from Europe, Arabs, Asians. They can be successful in America. Why? Because the system is built for them to succeed.
Wow.
The system in America is not built for a certain people
To
to
succeed.
succeed.
Yeah, you'll have your few here and there. You might think right away, well, what about all our brothers in sports and making millions?
Uncle Tom.
Yeah, they're making millions off the government if you don't know what's behind the scene, how they got to pay that money back. A lot of it. And another thing, the curses of Deuteronomy are still on you.
Regardless of what
you make, who you think you are, doesn't matter. In that government realm, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
against all people,
against your people,
against who?
Thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. Now, the hidden ones mean the tribes that we're exposing that are on the earth, that are the real children of the Most High, the Hebrews.
So when Columbus came here, that's what that means. They took counsel against the hidden ones. And when the transatlantic slave trade started and they went to the Gold Coast and the Ivory Coast in Africa, they knew exactly where they were going and who was there. They were not enslaving Hamitic Africans. Africans were not brought here on slave ships.
Wow, that's
Negroes were.
good.
Israelites were.
Awesome. Because I'm glad you just said it, because this goes right in with that. They have said, come.
They have said what?
Come. Let's get together. Let us cut them off from being a nation.
Being a what?
Nation. You're the only people in the world that don't know your nation.
Say that again, Dad.
You're the only.
You hit it right on the head.
You're the only people in the world that don't know your nation. And you know what?
That's why we're here. We're trying to restore that.
Yeah, we're not against you. Josh and I, my wife, Tony, we've dedicated our life to your people, to wake you up, to show you who you are. That the name of Israel.
So you can be whatever you want, but as soon as certain people start saying who they really are,
come on,
or you're racist, you're trying you're divisive, you're trying to divide. The Bible, hey, wait a minute.
Okay, Josh.
The Bible says
is a divider.
The Bible says that God divided the nations.
Come on.
Originally.
Give him the word.
Segregation was God's idea.
Give him this precept. Where is that, Roger? Josh, give me
Let's go to it right fast.
Yeah. Listen to this.
Go to hold that.
Yeah.
Go to Deuteronomy 32:7.
Deuteronomy 32:7.
Okay. 7 and 8.
Okay. Okay. When you say it, all praises. You have it, Mary? You got it, honey? Okay. No, okay. Take your time. All right, because the worst thing that can happen to the tribes in America is you stay docile and never learn who you are, because your enemy is right in front of you. Not that the white people are your real enemy. It's the elite of the world that are hidden agenda against you.
Deuteronomy 32:7.
Remember the days of old.
Do what?
Remember.
No, let people say it doesn't matter who you are.
Oh, get over it, brother. That's old.
Well, we're not over nothing.
Come on.
The Most High ain't over it.
That's right.
So why should we be?
Come on, Josh.
Read.
Remember the days of old.
Do what?
Remember.
Forget.
Remember.
It doesn't matter.
Remember.
I'm a Christian.
Remember.
Jesus is in my heart.
Consider the years of many generations.
See, we don't cut corners here. We tell the truth.
And
cliches don't.
A lot of them don't like it.
Your cliches don't get you nowhere when you deal with the truth.
That's right. You can have all the cliches, Christians. You can keep them, and I know them all because I sat in Christianity for over 30 years. I know every one of them. It don't matter. Jesus loves the whole world. All cliches. He does not love this world.
Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Read.
Ask thy father.
So the fathers, the leaders of the family, were entrusted with the cultural history of the people to teach their children.
And he shall show thee thy elders, and they will tell thee. So why aren't they telling you? Because they've been lied to too.
Read.
Okay. When the Most High.
When the who?
When the Most High.
No, when man.
When the Most High divided.
He what?
Divided.
He what?
Divided.
He segregated. Wait a minute. The Most High segregates
He
people?
sure does.
He what?
He divided to the nations their inheritance.
So he doesn't want necessarily everybody together.
Amen.
That wasn't man's idea. That was God's idea.
Come on. When he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of
Israel.
no, the whole world.
Of Israel.
Israel.
Back to Psalms 83 and 4 and
5, I think. No,
and
4.
we'll go after that. We'll go right into Luke 6. Hold on. Let me get it.
See, they don't want you to be a nation. They don't want you to remember. They want Israel may be no more.
They don't want you to know that Israel, God divided the world, the nations, so they can keep you divided. Because people think segregation is bad. Segregation is not bad. Segregation only became bad when the wrong people did it.
Wow. Josh, what's this? And like you said last night, Josh, the churches, your pastors.
And we're not saying not to fellowship with white people. That
No,
like
not
that.
at all. Not at all.
But you deserve to have
the truth.
Your own communities, your own system.
That's right.
Biblically, that is biblical. All races are not supposed to be trying to live.
We're supposed to be under you. You're supposed to be ruling the world.
All races are not supposed to be cohesive, trying to financially survive together, because you can't. That's not a biblical economy.
Well,
wait,
Mary.
Psalms 83, where?
5.
3, 4. Read 4 again.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. And they did. Now, watch this. Stop. Watch this. The Christian church pastors, through the government, are using you brothers, black brothers, and Hispanic, Mexican, all yous, to form a coalition against the Most High. That's what they're doing. They don't want you to know who he really is. And they're using you, and you're giving them money on top of it. From being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
So the whole system is set up to wipe out the remembrance of who the Israelites are. But we're not going to let that happen on our channel. We're going to remind you all the time. So you so-called Negroes and Hispanics, you are the children of Israel. This campaign is always and will always be against you. Christianity is not the answer. The Most High is the answer.
That's right.
The Christian religion is predominantly responsible for your people being divided and lied to.
And murdered and destroyed. And yeah, all the transatlantic slave trade, all the other ones, Tony, right? Yeah. When Columbus came
they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. So they understand there's power in unity. That's why they don't want you together. Because if you come together, they can't campaign against you.
Right. You're actually in unity in Christianity, a false religion that's keeping you away from the Most High. Well, you're in unity, all right, but you're in the wrong unity.
Luke 6.
You want to go? Okay.
Go back. Go to where?
Luke 6.
Luke 6 and 1.
6 and 1. Okay. Okay, Mary, you can start.
And it came to pass on the second Sabbath.
On the what?
Second Sabbath.
On Sunday.
The second Sabbath.
Sunday.
Second Sabbath.
All right, stop. Listen. Where have you read in this New Testament that Christ went and worshipped on a Sunday? It's not in there. Go ahead, Mary.
Say that again.
Where have you ever read it in the Bible that Christ talked to his disciples on a Sunday?
Wait a minute. Hold that where we're at. I want to show him something.
Go ahead, Josh.
What day did Christ raise from the dead? Let's show him in the Bible.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just go one place because I don't want to take too much time. Mark 16.
It's okay.
I'm going to Mark 16.
You read it, Josh. Okay. We can hold up.
And I'll go into the interlinear and show them in the Greek what day he rose. Because all people want to use the Greek, but they don't understand it.
We're getting like the Most High. He's tired of them. He's weary of them. He is. He's weary of the Christian church. He don't even want. He's not in there. They believe he's in there on Sunday. Tom, you believe that?
Yeah, they got a God, but the wrong God.
Right.
I think he wants to listen.
Oh, Patrick, come in. I'll make you quiet. Hi.
What's up, brother?
John.
Bible study not started yet?
Yeah, we started. You can sit. sit in with us.
Come on,
So
take your time. We have a visitor, so we're happy.
we're breaking it down.
Yeah,
So
now move over.
I asked the question just now. What day of the week did the Messiah or what? So I just asked the question, right? What day did Christ or the Messiah rise from the dead? Let's show the people right here what day he rose. Let's see. So in Mark 16:1, I have the Greek interlinear here. It says, and very early on the first day of the week. What is that week?
And what's the first day?
The word is Sabbath. So Christ did not raise everybody on a Sunday. So Easter, I don't know where they told you Easter is. He did not rise on Easter. He rose on the Sabbath.
They came to him early in the morning to the tomb, but he was up that night when the Sabbath ended.
So, and that word there in when you read in Mark 16:2.
You got another Bible, Tony?
When you read in Mark 16:2 and it says the first day of the week, it means an interval between Sabbaths.
Wow.
Or a Sabbath week or a holy week. So that's when you got to kind of understand the holy days in Leviticus 23. You got Passover, Pentecost. Christ was the lamb, the Passover lamb. Right?
Right.
So
right.
Why would he raise on Sunday? I'll tell you, and the history behind that is this. When the Catholic Church started, they moved the resurrection of Christ to coincide with Easter. Why? Because the Catholic Church stole these holidays that we celebrate here in America from mainly Egypt and Babylon. That's your Christmas, your Easter, Thanksgiving. All these holidays they give us through their religion. They plagiarized from the Egyptians and the ancient Babylonians. The holy days that the holidays, if you want to call them holidays, that we are supposed to celebrate biblically are found in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Right? So that clears up that. Christ did not rise on Sunday. He rose on the Sabbath.
That's right.
So Luke 6:1.
And it came to pass on the Sabbath, the second Sabbath.
The second Sabbath, go ahead.
After the first, that he went through the cornfield, and his disciples plucked the ears of corn and did eat, rubbing them in their hands.
Okay.
So the context is Christ and the apostles were just got done ministering, and they were hungry. So they went through the cornfields on the Sabbath and started plucking food to eat.
That's right.
Hold on, let me, Luke 6, where are we?
Second one.
2.
2.
And certain of the Pharisees said unto them,
Mm-hmm.
Why do ye that which is not lawful to do on the Sabbath days? And Yashayah answering them said, Have ye not read so much as this, what David did when himself was a hungered?
So, and by the way, everyone out there, we use the true name, the name of Christ. His Hebrew name is Yashayah. So we don't refer to him as what the Greeks or the Romans gave him,
Right.
because they took that from the Greek mythology. The name
that's
they
right.
put in the Bible for the Messiah is not his actual
Right,
name.
because there wasn't a J in any world-known writing until the 17th century.
Actually, let's prove that. Let's prove that. You can find this all online. This is the online etymology. Now, etymology is the history of words or letters. I'm about to show everybody the history of the letter J. Let's see exactly how old the letter J is.
That's why when you see the word Jehovah in the Bible, it has to be wrong. That's centuries ago, right? Tony, how many years?
Uh,
Jehovah?
Wait, maybe 400.
4 or 5,000? No, 3,000 years?
Okay. It says right here, everybody, the letter J is the newest letter of the English alphabet. Hold on, is this what I hold? So, yep, that's the etymology.
Can you see it?
The etymology dictionary. Hold on. It says something. It's shorten up the definition. But the letter J is the newest letter. Everyone out there, if you have a smartphone, you can pretty much research it yourself.
Right.
The letter J is about 400, maybe 500 years old, around there. It was created in about 1641.
Right, 17. So you know that someone put that in there in the New Testament because that's not his name.
So they could put the term Jesus or Zeus in the Bible.
Because Jesus means Zeus. So actually on Sundays, you're actually worshiping Zeus.
So again, we're in Luke.
Okay, let me pick it up. Okay, 6:2. Oh, no, I read that, right, 3. And Yashayah answered, okay, I read that already, okay. 4, Mary, okay. How he went into the house of Ahayah and did take and eat the showbread.
So basically the Pharisees were making a big deal about Christ eating food on the Sabbath.
Come on.
Because they had made a whole bunch of additions to the law of Moses and a whole bunch of man-made religious rules that, see, Christ never had a problem with the law of Moses. The Pharisees and the scribes, when we read about the Pharisees and scribes in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, their problem was they added a whole bunch of man-made traditions into the
That's right.
what God had given to Moses on Mount Sinai.
That's right. And did take and eat the showbread and gave also to them that were with him, which is not lawful to eat, but for the priest alone. And he said unto them that the Son of Man is most high over the Sabbath.
Meaning Christ was with the Most High when he created the Sabbath in Genesis 2.
That's right.
Again, like I said earlier, Sunday worship did not come along until 325 AD when the Roman Catholic Church was invented. Up until that time, the true followers of Christ did not go to assemblies on a Sunday. That is a 1700-year-old tradition. Sunday originally, if you do the research on you, like I said, you can look it up on your phones. It's out there. Sunday was the day that all the pagans would come together and worship the sun. That's why they call it Sunday.
It's called actually sun god worship, the sun in the sky. That's where they got Sunday worship from. So now, this is so demonic.
And that's not a slant against the Catholic.
No.
The Catholics, they don't know this.
Right.
A lot of Catholics don't know what they're doing.
That's right.
So this is for anybody. Sunday worship is not in the Bible.
That's right.
And if you did worship on Sunday in the Bible, you would have been considered to the Israelites as a pagan.
Okay. Good.
So,
excuse me.
next verse.
Okay. So we're in 5, right?
6.
6. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay, ready? And it came to pass on another Sabbath that he entered into the synagogue and taught. Now, how come it didn't say he entered into a Christian church and taught on Sunday? And there was a man whose right hand was withered.
So again, this is another miracle that Christ did with a man with a withered hand. Now
he's talking about Israel being withered.
Again, this has a mirror. This has a mirror into what he's trying to deal with his people.
Right.
Who are his people? We kind of just hit on that, but let's get let him read the Bible, Tony. Go to Revelations.
Can you see, Patrick?
Go to Revelations 1.
Bring him to Revelation, Tony.
13 and through 15. Revelations 1, 13 through 15. Let's see what the Messiah in the Bible looks like.
Yeah, I'll leave my hair because I know where it is. Okay, I'll listen.
Revelations 1
and 13. And take your time, Patrick, reading it.
and
Tony, you got it? Give it to him, Tony.
he got it.
Oh, you got it.
Revelations 1. So we know this is the beginning of the revelation that Christ would give to the apostle John, right? So that's
he's showing John who he looks like, what he looks like, who he is, as he gave all this revelation to him.
Verse 13, and it says, and in the midst of the seven candlesticks, one like
unto the sun,
a man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white.
No, what?
Like wool.
No, they were blonde. They were red.
They were white like wool. So Christ have woolly hair. Now you got it. Everyone has to ask the question: if Christ have white woolly hair,
that's just how we do that.
If Christ had, and let me lower my decibel
That's right.
voice, but if Christ have white woolly hair, what people in the earth have woolly hair?
Come on.
See, they can't teach you certain things in religion because, especially in the Western world, in America, the Christian religion was set up to keep a certain people down.
That's right.
So if Christ had woolly hair, we only know of one group of people in the earth that have woolly hair. Now let's keep reading, right? Like we say, we read everything out of the Bible. This is not my opinion. This is not my dad's opinion. This is not a pastor's opinion. This is what God said. Let's see what God said his son looks like, because that's what I want to know.
That's right.
He has white woolly hair, and his eyes are like a flame of fire. Now, we I'll hit on that in a second. And his feet. So John looked at Christ's feet.
Come on.
And his feet were like fine brass, as if it burned in a furnace.
Now stop. Now, have you ever took a piece of brass and threw it in a barbecue or a fire? It will almost turn black. Almost black. Okay.
So he had black skin.
That's right.
So according to the Bible, Christ is not what we would see in the movies or in religious artwork. He is not European in description. He would be what we would describe as African in description.
That's
or
right.
Black.
That's right.
So Christ is not white. All those pictures we have in our pictures that the Roman Catholic Church invented and handed down through generations are lies.
That's right.
Christ is not a Caucasian.
That's right.
He is a black Hebrew Israelite. And again, if Christ is black, what did the Israelites look like? And that's another thing that the church can't teach people, because they can't teach white people, because they know white people will tell the people they don't want to know, and they certainly can't teach the Israelites because they don't want them to know what the Lord and Savior looks like.
That's right.
So what does God look like then? Right?
Yeah, let's read it. Let's go to Daniel.
Daniel 7 and 9.
Let's go to Daniel, Tony.
In the Old Testament.
Daniel 7:9.
Now the Ancient of Days is the Most High.
I'll read it. Daniel 7:9.
I'll go back to Luke.
Yeah, I'll read this, Mary. Okay, 7:9. Let's read what the Most High looks like and why his son is the same color.
Yes, and by the way, everybody out there, the Most High has a body. The Most High is not some disembodied spirit
running around the sky.
No, the Most High has an angelic body.
That's right.
A invisible body.
That's right.
But if he had a physical body and he was here, what would he look like? Daniel 7, hold on.
9.
I want to show everybody so they don't think we're just making this up.
Right.
Daniel 7.
We use the word here. We don't use philosophy.
Daniel 7 and
9. 9. 9.
7 and 9.
9.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
I beheld till the thrones were cast down,
Mm-hmm.
and the Ancient of Days did sit.
So who is the Ancient of Days? The Most High,
That's
or
right.
the Creator of the earth?
Of the world, right? Of the yeah, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head
Of
like
his what?
the hair of his head.
So the Most High has a head.
Come on,
His hair on his head was
this
what?
is God. He's talking
Was
about
what?
your God, but we call him Ahayah. What hair of his head like the pure wool.
So wait a minute. God have woolly hair?
Come on,
I see why they can't teach you certain things.
come on.
Because if they taught you that God looked like an African,
What's going to happen?
they'd have to answer a lot of other questions.
Yeah, you know what's going to happen? They're going to get up and leave someday, all of them. If they find out enough from millions of us that are telling the truth now on YouTube, millions are going to leave,
Luke
and millions
6.
have left already.
Back to Luke 6.
Back to
Oh, you don't
Luke
want to
6.
keep going?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to pull that precept.
All right, so where are we? Luke 6?
Luke 6 and third. What were we?
7, Mary, verse 7.
6, 7.
And the scribes and the Pharisees watched them whether he would heal on the Sabbath day, that they might find an accusation against him. But he knew their thoughts and said to the man which had the withered hand, rise up and stand forth in the midst.
So he told this individual who was sick to rise up and be whole. Now, a lot of times people who are sick will go to a doctor, right? But first of all, you have to know you're sick to need a doctor. The children of Israel predominantly are sick in America. They've been deceived by religion and all different things. Who are the children of Israel? The Negroes.
Come on.
First of all, I want to show them something here.
Yeah, we don't have
Hold
to finish
on.
the whole chapter tonight, Josh.
We'll read the whole chapter.
All right.
I just want to show them something. Let me get my Bible dictionary. Where's my Bible dictionary?
You have time, Pat, to listen? Good.
Yes.
Awesome, brother.
Can't find my Bible dictionary.
It's there, Josh. It's on the other side, probably.
I have a whole bunch of books.
It's probably on the other side. It's got to be there. It's there. Tony, is it in your room? Is it in your room, Josh?
Oh, I'm going to show them to get this.
Sure.
The two Babylons.
Okay.
Where is that book? Oh, here it is.
Okay.
If you have a couple of dollars, go on Amazon and get this.
It's one of the most profound, if not, I wouldn't say the best, I don't want to say that, but it's one of the most profound Bible dictionaries in the world today.
So,
and I wouldn't, put all my hope in this man that wrote this, because there's a lot of writings in there we don't believe, but most of the stuff that's in there.
okay, everybody, get the Zondervan when you get a chance. Get the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. I want to read something here. Now, if you read the story of the flood, you know that Noah had, right?
That's right.
Who would repopulate the whole earth.
So they can see you now, Patrick.
Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Okay, so Ham was the youngest son of Noah, born probably 96 years before the flood, and was one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor or the father of the dark races.
Mm-hmm.
Not the Negroes.
That's right.
Not the Negroes. So the Negroes are not African.
Okay. It says it right there. So
all the scholars in the earth know that the so-called African Americans are not from Africa.
That's right. They know that.
See, they
And they tell you that that's where you're
they
from.
put this stuff in. Hold on, let me show it to you. Right there.
Let's go a little closer, Josh. Hold it still. Let me do it again. Right there. Hold it. Hold it still. Hold it still. Go closer. Stop. Right there. Stop. Wait. Hold it. Okay. You have to get this Bible dictionary. It's awesome.
So he became the father of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Libyans, and the Canaanites.
All right. Those are Africans.
So
Wait. Stop.
how did
Josh. No,
and
no. I want to say something.
we're still in Luke.
Yeah, they had a
This
higher.
is the two Babylons.
Yeah, they had a higher Africans. What's this? The slave trade. What do you call them? That whipped them and got them into chains. They had a higher Africans to chase them. They couldn't even chase and catch the real Hebrews.
The Israelites.
That's right.
That's why they still use Israelites to build their sports empires.
That's right.
That's why predominantly everyone's black in sports now, and that's another proof of we're in Luke still, right?
Yeah.
That's another proof of. Let me put it. I have to put this back on screen. Share the screen again. Hold on. I was making a point here. Hold on. What was I just saying? Oh yeah, that's another proof. When you think of all the great athletes, the great athletes. Who are all the best athletes? Other than maybe Tom Brady in football, but predominantly
because it's the brothers.
They don't want, and I think that's another thing. They don't want black people taking over every position. Because there's probably a lot better black quarterbacks than they're letting, but
leading on to know, yeah, that's right.
But when, for example, we think of football, who's usually the best football player that people would think of? Jerry Rice. He wasn't white. Michael Jordan wasn't a white man.
That's right. Okay.
I mean, just think.
Go ahead.
Right? Read.
Where are we? 9, Mary?
Stand forth in the midst, and
okay.
And he rose up and stood before 9.
Then said Yashayah unto them, I will ask you one thing. Is it lawful on the Sabbath days to do good or to do evil? To save life or to destroy it?
Mm-hmm.
And looking round about upon them all, he said unto the man, stretch forth thy hand. And he did so, and his hand was restored whole as the other.
So, again.
This is about Israel being healed.
So, again, he wants to resurrect and heal his people.
That's right.
And yes, he can heal. Of course, that's part of his name.
Right.
But he wants to deal especially with his people. He wants to resurrect their strength, which is represented by the hand. The hand, in a withered hand in ancient times, was a symbol of a weakened ability to take care of yourself. And that's why, again, the Israelites are in a withered condition. They have for 400 years in America. Think about that. You can't even, and that's not really even long. 400 years, but what they have done during those times when they had the Israelites in chattel slavery on the plantation, they set up this whole system to control and keep the Negroes, the Hispanics and Negroes, who are the same people actually, hemmed in.
That's right.
The Hispanics are the same people as the Negroes. The Native Americans who were here are related. They're all technically Negroes. So they have used their system to keep Israel in a withered position, in a weakened position. That's why when you think of the ghetto, who do you think of? That's the way they want you to visualize the children of Israel.
Because you're kings and priests and you don't know it.
They want you to envision black people as being inferior, weak, poor, when they know their system is that way because they want it to be that. I mean, the government, they want
the government made that way.
Black people to be subjugated.
And not the American government. The leaders of the world, the bankers who have made it this way.
And since they fund America, America follows suit.
That's
America is not a free nation.
No.
America is controlled by money.
That's right.
So get this idea of the American dream. There is no such thing.
American nightmare.
So the withered hand, and that's great. Read.
Okay. And he said unto the man, stretch forth thy hand, and he did so, and his hand was restored, whole as the other. And they were filled with madness and consumed one with another what they might do to Yashayah.
Read.
And it came to pass in those days that he went out into the mountain to pray and continued all night in prayer to the Most High. And when it was day, he called unto him his disciples, and of them he chose 12, whom also he named the apostles. Simon, when he also named Peter and Andrew, his brother, James and John, Philip and Bartholomew, Matthew and Thomas, James, the son of Alphaeus, and Simeon called Zebedee, and Judas, the brother of James, and Judas Iscariot, which also was the traitor. And he came down with them and stood in the plain, and the company of his disciples, and a great multitude of people out of all Judea and Jerusalem, and from the sea coast of Tyre and Sidon, which came to hear him and to be healed of their diseases.
And they that were vexed with unclean spirits, and they were healed.
And the
whole multitude sought to touch him, for there went virtue out of him and healed them all.
Now you see what Josh has been saying tonight. Listen, and this whole month, that Christ did miracles to show his people that he cared about them, that he wanted them to know that there was hope for them. Now you see these phony places today where they put up signs, great healings tonight, and they take your money. There's nobody really being healed, and we know that. We've done.
God doesn't need money to heal.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, I just asked the question: does God need money to heal me? Of course not. Why should I have to pay somebody to put their hands on me? And I'm not against praying for the sick, but it's wrong to extort money out of people to heal. That's wrong.
Now these verses next are really going to fulfill what we've been saying tonight. And he lifted up his eyes on his disciples and said, "Blessed be the poor."
Blessed be the what?
Blessed be, oh no, he lifted up his eyes on his Christians.
On who?
Disciples, and said, "Blessed be ye poor, for yours is the kingdom of Ahayah."
So this is a Sermon on the Mount.
Come on.
Blessed are the poor, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
That's right. The poor get
Who are
the
the poor? Right? Who are the poor?
Look in the world. It's all.
For theirs is the what?
The kingdom of the Most
High. So
High.
when Christ comes back, for those of you who are interested in knowing, right? He's coming back to restore the kingdom to his people, to the Israelites,
first.
the blacks and the Hispanics.
That's right.
That's who the kingdom is coming for.
That's right.
Because that's who are the poor.
Blessed are ye that hunger. Now that means not just food, for truth. Now, for ye shall be filled.
And we know that black people want Black people and Hispanics, blacks and Hispanics are superiorly spiritual people.
That's right.
They will link into every type of religion to try to fill a hole in them. That's why they go into Catholicism.
That's right.
What are the two major religions that most black people follow? Islam
And Christianity.
And Christianity. Why? Because there's a gap. There's a gap with
missing
and
soul,
black people.
in your soul.
And be honest,
you're disconnected from the Most High.
If you're honest with and when black people, right? Be honest. There's something missing inside of you that you can't exactly.
You can't touch it.
Yeah. But there's something not fulfilled in these religions that you deal with. That's why you bounce from religion to religion, denomination to denomination.
How many times have we heard that, Josh?
Because it's not fulfilling.
That's right.
The kingdom that's within you.
It's not fulfilled.
That's why Christ said, what did he say? He said, the kingdom does not come with observation, but the kingdom of God is within you. Meaning the kingdom of God, excuse me,
has been there since the beginning.
Right? The kingdom of God is within the Israelites. That's why, again, I'll make this point. Every empire has used the Israelites to build their empire. The Egyptians used them. The Babylonians, the Assyrians, the Medes, the Romans, government. The Greeks. And as soon as they left, right, as soon as God freed them from all their captivity, what happened to those empires? They fell.
Wow.
So again, why don't they want you to know? Because if you come together as a people, they can't use you to build their kingdom.
Now, this is true too. I want to say this. If you do the research and look at the statistics, and it's sad to say this today,
it's true.
But most black people kill each other more than any race in the world, and that's how the government wants it. But until you wake up and repent and know who you are, that you are an Israelite,
you are special.
You are a special person and a king and a prince on this earth.
It's going to continue.
It's going to continue, is right. Okay. Blessed are ye that weep.
Blessed
for ye shall be filled.
Blessed are those who weep, for they shall be filled.
Those shall be.
Oh, blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall persecute.
So wait,
look at that. Separate, Josh. I like that.
So
in Matthew it doesn't say that.
So blessed are those when they shall persecute you. Now remember, Christ was speaking to his disciples, and
no, he was talking to white people.
The people around him. He was talking to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and Judea, who were all blacks. He was saying, start that verse again.
Blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled.
Read.
Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you.
So when they hate, see, again, you got to ask yourself this question. What people seem to be so hated for no reason? I mean, they may do some foolish things to make the other people not like them, but in general, they can go anywhere and they're just hated for no reason, right? They're just hated.
Well, these are the curses of Deuteronomy.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying, you got to ask the question.
Right.
What people can go whatever place in America and no one wants them there? That's why they have to put them in the ghettos. They don't want them near their cities. They don't want them anywhere near them. Think about it. And shall separate them, read.
Wow. From their company.
So they don't want you near them.
Wow. And shall reproach you and cast you out your name as evil. Look at that.
That's what this, wait.
Yeah.
The TV. Black women are whores. They promote that on TV.
They promote that on TV. We know they're not.
They promote the thug life.
We know they're not.
Right. They promote the the thug life. They
the
promote
thug
the
life,
thug life,
the
the get rich fast scheme.
right,
When none of that works, and
the
actually,
gangbanging.
all that
gangs.
is detrimental to black people,
That's
the
right.
black community, because it promotes that it promotes death, and that's what they want. The government wants you to die, but the Most High wants you to live
That's right.
under Him and under the knowledge of yourself. Read.
And cast your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy. Behold, your reward is great in heaven.
So many people may be asking the question right now, well, if everything you're saying true is, Brother Josh, is, then why didn't Christ have to come out and say this is against, who the Israelites are? Because at that time, Peter and John and James all
come back to us.
Huh?
So I can see it. Come back.
No. Okay. Peter, John, and James and all the apostles knew who they were. They knew they were the Israelites.
Okay.
So Christ didn't have to teach them who they were. Now, since we're in America and the system has been set up to keep this knowledge from everybody,
That's right.
we have to teach this again. And we have to keep this fresh in the minds of people. That's why Christ doesn't have to really say who the Israelites are, because all the Israelites at that time knew they were.
That's right.
And they knew who their oppressors were.
That's right.
And they weren't trying to be their oppressor, like them.
Now watch this. Watch this. Where were they when this happened?
In Israel.
No, wait. The Roman Empire. The United States is the Roman Empire.
Right.
So
yeah.
yeah,
Hold on.
Go ahead, Josh.
America is modern Rome, by the way.
That's right. That's right.
That's why you see all Roman architecture.
Roman holidays that we don't worship, they're here.
Uh-huh.
How about your day names? They never named days Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
They counted.
They
were
counted
numbered.
days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you see what happened? They took over the country.
Read.
Okay. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation.
So woe unto the nations that have gotten rich off the persecution of the Israelites,
Come
right?
on. That's right.
And you can't tell me that all nations have built a nation. That's a lie. That is a lie. All people, white people did not build America. I'm sorry. That's
right.
a lie. White Caucasians did not build this nation.
Mm-hmm. All the tribes did.
They used the people they enslaved to build this.
All in Deuteronomy.
White people could have built nothing if the Most High did not allow His people to be in the right area for them to, take them. Of course, we know Deuteronomy 28 details the curses,
right?
But
Ezekiel, Leviticus,
but for purpose of time,
and Ezekiel.
When the Europeans came to the west coast of Africa, they knew who they were taking. They had the documents that were handed down to them from ancient Rome of who the Israelites were,
and where they went,
and where they fled into Africa.
Uh-huh.
So they were not ignorant of who they were taking. And at the time, the Israelites still knew who they were. See, it took them being brought over to America for them to be de-civilized.
Because they were the greatest people and still are. But see, they can't, listen, hold on. They can't visualize it or receive it because from 1600, they have a slave mentality. You understand?
Through slavery.
Through slavery.
See,
but you can come out of that.
People don't understand what chattel bondage can do to a person.
Right.
Being separated from your family and from your native, well, not so much your native land, but your native state of mind, your knowledge of self.
That's right.
And
they took that away from
that's why the Bible says in John 3:3, it says you must be born again. What's that saying? Of course, born again and deal for the Gentiles means you have to keep the law and follow what Christ did. But for the Israelites, that means you have to come again to the knowledge of, wait a minute, who am I? Right? Just ask the question, who am I really? Am I African? Am I American? Am I Negro? Am I colored? Am I black? Ask the question, right? Just ask questions and you'll get answers. Read.
Yeah, good, Josh. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your
So
consolation.
woe to the rich, right?
You read that?
Because the rich have their kingdom now.
That's right.
The nations have their kingdoms.
Yeah, you had your consolation.
But I got good news. Someone's going to come back and restore something.
Come on. The kingdom.
Christ is coming back to restore his people.
That's right.
And those who follow him will be servants in the kingdom.
That's right.
Under Israel.
Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger.
So now he's saying to the nations, to the wealth, to the
who try to destroy his people.
And there's a myth that a lot of people, I don't know if y'all have ever heard this out there, but people will say, don't follow the Bible because some black people say this. Don't follow the Bible because the white man wrote it. Okay, let's deal with this. If the white man wrote the Bible, why would he put in the Bible that he wrote that the God does not look like him? That Christ does not look like him?
That's right.
That his kingdom, right, it will fall, will be utterly destroyed. Why would I put in my book that nothing I do will ultimately succeed? What verse are we in?
Woe to you that are full, for ye
What
shall
number are
hunger.
we in?
25.
26.
25. We're coming to 26. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. Okay.
Read.
Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets.
So when everyone praises somebody, that's a bad sign.
It is. It is.
Right?
That's right.
Whenever you hear good about some, and that's not saying don't speak well about someone who's telling you the truth, but there should be some controversy with what they bring.
That's right.
And we know there's a whole bunch of controversy what we teach because we know it's the truth.
Now, this coming up is so profound that the Christian church has tore this thing up about enemies. He was not talking about my neighbor next door or my neighbor across the street loving their enemies. It's not what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he was talking to his
And that's
people.
not, again, you should love anybody that will receive you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But in context,
Mhm.
who was he talking
With
to?
the
He was
Bible,
talking
what the
to
Bible
his,
says.
right.
That's
He was talking to his disciples.
That's right.
Who were Israelites.
Love
right?
for enemies. But I say unto you,
right?
Which hear, understand.
Right?
Love your enemies.
Love your what?
Love your enemies.
Now, was he telling you want me to believe, if you were a pastor reading this to me, right? You will want me to believe, right, that Christ was telling the children of Israel to love the Romans who were trying to kill them and pray for them. No, he was saying black people, love your own, love when
because they had odds
when
with
black
each other.
they try to turn each other against each
Right.
other, love one another.
That's
That's
right.
what he was saying.
That's
He
right.
wasn't telling him to love the love Caesar.
Can you imagine Paul going to the Roman Empire and saying, "Look, I'm going to pray for you because you're going to cut my head off tomorrow"?
No, he wasn't praying for the Romans. He was praying for his people.
Right. Right. Which hate you, bless them that curse you, and pray for them which despitefully use you.
And again, you look at the black community, there's a whole bunch of set up things for them to despitefully use each other. Gun stores, liquor stores, abortion clinics. So they don't even want you to live. They want you to kill your children in the womb.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how sick this nation is set against you. They don't even want you alive. But the Most High, he's gonna fix.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna
when
put
he comes
them.
back, he'll straighten everything
He's gonna
out.
put him in it. Like I just said, the Most High and Christ is gonna set the order straight. Your brother Esau, the white man, might have this kingdom, but his kingdom is falling. That's why America's in debt. What's the debt up to? Like $19 trillion?
Oh, yeah, it's higher than that. I think it's like that. Is that what it is, Tony?
Yeah, 1923. Yeah.
Right? So love your enemies, right? We're getting clearer on this, right? Biblically. Love your enemies, read.
Pray for them that despitefully use you,
Uh-huh.
and unto him that smiteth thee on the one cheek.
So if you meet a brother and he wrongfully wants to, hurt you, forgive him. Forgive your own Israelite family.
That's right. And him that taketh away thy cloak, forbid not to take thy coat also.
Uh-huh.
Give to every
He's
man.
teaching if the black community understood this, they could clear up all their issues. They wouldn't need the police to police them, the white police force to police them. They wouldn't need the government to take care of them. If they understood who they were as 44 million people, the black community would dramatically change in a second.
Uh-huh.
You wouldn't see abortion clinics, gun shops, crack, cocaine, heroin. I don't know. Do black people do meth?
Yeah.
I think, I don't know.
I don't know if they mess with methamphetamines, but you get all the issues would dry up in a second.
That's right.
Because when you know who your oppressor is, you're not gonna want to be a part of his system, right?
That's
because you know he's trying to get you, right?
Josh, we don't have to finish this whole chapter. This is a long chapter.
We're almost done with it.
No, we got a ways.
Give to every man that asks of thee,
Uh-huh.
and of him that taketh away thy goods, ask them not again.
Uh-huh.
Good,
And
man.
as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them.
Now watch.
Likewise.
Watch what this means. That's the whole law and the prophets.
Uh-huh.
For if ye love them which love you, what thank have ye? For sinners also love those that love them. And if ye do good to them which do good to you, what thanks have ye? For sinners also do even the same.
Read.
And if ye lend to them to whom ye hope to receive, what thank have ye?
Uh-huh.
For sinners also lend to sinners,
Uh-huh.
to receive as much again. But love ye your enemies, and do good, and lend, hoping for nothing again.
Read.
And your reward shall be great,
Uh-huh. Read.
and ye shall be the children of the highest.
Uh-huh.
For he is kind unto the unthankful and to the evil.
Mm-hmm.
Be ye therefore merciful, as your Father also is merciful.
Read.
Judge not, and ye shall not be judged.
Now watch this. Now
wait a minute.
Break this down, Josh.
What does it mean when he says to judge not? Because a lot of people take that wrongly and says you can't, if I'm doing something wrong, don't correct me or don't judge me righteously.
Now that doesn't mean that. Go ahead, Josh.
Judging somebody in the biblically sense is when you're doing something that's not wrong or wrong, don't judge somebody hypocritically. Don't be doing what they're doing and tell them not to do
Right,
it.
because you don't know that man's spirit or what he's thinking. If he's trying to do something.
That's not saying don't judge me.
Right. The Christian church right away will tell you, hey, brother, who are we to judge?
The Bible tells you to
The
judge.
Bible says to judge.
But it doesn't
If you judge, what Paul say, if you judge yourself, you will not be condemned with the world.
Right.
In other words, you got to look at yourself and judge yourself.
In the Old Testament, what was the punishment or the judgment? Death.
That's right.
So biblically, if someone stole something from me, right, they would have to restore 5 to the 5th part of what they stole. So they would have to give me back what they stole, then 5 times that.
Pat, you see what they owe you in this nation? They owe you trillions, the American government. Trillions of dollars. Don't worry. It's coming. He's coming soon, and he's going to straighten everything out. And you'll be ruling the world again. Ye shall not be condemned. Forgive.
Condemn not,
Again, Mary.
and ye shall not be condemned.
Uh-huh.
Forgive, and you shall be forgiven.
Uh-huh.
Give, and it shall be given unto you.
So in other words, what is he saying? He's saying take care of your own people.
That's what he's saying.
Remember, he's talking to his disciples who were Israelites.
Do you understand, Patrick, how the people, your own people, are like really at each other a lot? You understand? He doesn't want that, the Most High. That's why this is a tough ministry to bring this out, because in Christianity, forget it. They don't care. As long as you're giving them money, they'll never tell you who you are, brother. Isn't that true? Given it shall be given us. Again,
Measure.
again.
Pressed down,
That's right.
shaken together,
And running
and
over.
running
Again,
over.
Mary,
Shall men give unto
your bosom.
into your
Go
bosom.
ahead, Mary.
What verse are you in?
34.
38.
Oh, I'm sorry, 38. Go ahead, Mary. For with?
For with the same measure that ye meet,
Might, withal, same, it. Go ahead.
met
Go ahead.
withal, it shall be measured to you again.
That's right. Go ahead. And he spake a parable unto them. Can the blind, what's this? Can the blind lead the blind? Shall they not both fall into the ditch?
Uh-huh.
Go ahead,
So
Josh, you know what that is. You know
that
what
means if a brother is blind, you're not going to ask him to lead you somewhere because you're going to die. But you first have to know you're blind.
Come on.
Uh-huh.
The disciple is not above his master,
Uh-huh.
but every one that is perfect shall be as his master. See, you got to be perfect, right? We can be. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye,
Uh-huh.
but perceivest not the hypocritical beam that is in your own eye? Either how canst thou say to thy brother, brother, let me pull out the mote that is in thine eye, when thou thyself beholdest not the beam that is in thine own eye?
Uh-huh.
Thou hypocrite,
Uh-huh.
cast out first the beam out of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to pull out the mote that is in thy brother's eye.
Uh-huh.
For a good,
Wait, a tree is known by its fruits.
Read.
Mary.
for a good tree bringeth not forth corrupt fruit,
That's
Uh-huh.
right.
neither
Doth.
doth a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit.
That's right. For every tree is known by his own fruit, the way you live, Pat. For of thorns men do not gather figs, nor of bramble bush gather they grapes. A good man out of the good treasure of his spirit. The heart means, Pat, when you see the word heart in the Bible, it doesn't mean the heart that's pumping in your body.
It means your mind.
Your mind, Pat. Of his mind or his spirit, bringeth forth that which is good. And an evil man out of the evil treasure of his mind bringeth forth that which is evil.
Uh-huh.
For of the abundance of the mind his mouth speaketh.
Uh-huh.
And
Okay.
why call ye me
Lord.
The house built on a rock. Okay, Mary.
okay? And why call ye me Yashayah?
Lord.
Not the things which I say.
So that's saying if you call in the Most High or Christ your Lord, your master, why don't you do what he says?
Come
right?
on.
Whosoever
Wait. So that pertains to knowing who you are, keeping the Sabbath. So if you're following the doctrines of Christ and you're not keeping the law and the Sabbath, you're not doing what he says. Whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings,
Uh-huh.
not the church sayings, my sayings,
Uh-huh.
and doeth them, I will show you to whom he is like. He is like a man which built a house and digged deep and laid the foundation on a rock.
Which is Christ.
Come on. And when the flood rose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house
Uh-huh.
and could not shake it, for it was founded upon Christ.
Uh-huh.
But he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that is without a foundation, built a house upon the earth, against which The stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell, and the ruin of that house.
Okay, that's great. I want to read something.
Okay, we don't have to get real close.
I'm gonna read something right fast here.
Pat, you want to have a sandwich with us? That's what they're having tonight.
Oh, I'll write it in.
Okay,
Deuteronomy.
make him a sandwich too.
I want to read something to y'all here.
Now check this out. This is very important.
Deuteronomy.
Remember these scriptures.
First of all, no.
Oh.
First of all, let's go to Genesis. Genesis, the first book of the Bible. Everyone should know that. Genesis 32 and 28. I want to close out with some good scriptures here to back up what we're saying here.
Now, this should really bless you, readers and listeners, especially new hearers tonight that are here, and especially on YouTube that are listening to us. It's high time, Paul said, that you wake out of your sleep. It's high time. Because Judgment Day is around the corner for millions.
Deuteronomy, not Deuteronomy, I'm going there. Genesis 32:28 says,
You've all got it? Okay.
Why do I keep saying Deuteronomy? Genesis.
Genesis 32:28.
Go ahead, Josh.
And he said, thy name shall be called
Jacob.
no more Jacob, but Israel.
Uh-huh.
For
Watch this. Listen to this.
being
This is you, brother.
But Israel, for as a prince,
Uh-huh.
thou hast power with the Most High and with men.
Look at that.
And like I just said, that's why they use your power to build their kingdom.
Wow.
They use their to build their economic system,
Right.
their religious system.
Oh, I made it sound good.
Christianity, I'll tell you something true. This is the truth about the Christian religion. Christianity will be nothing if black people were not in it, because black people bring the spirit and the flow to anything they deal with. Black people can make a music genre with a bunch of gibberish popular.
And Josh, also what they're doing is they're using their own people to form a religion that's evil and corrupt. They're using the Most High's people, and these pastors, a lot of them know who they are, but they won't tell them.
Okay, we're going into Deuteronomy chapter 4, and let me see, verse Deuteronomy 4 and 7. Trying to find it.
Want me to read it? I'll read it, John. I'll read it.
I got it.
You got it? You want me to read it? You can't see it.
7.
What chapter?
Let everyone get it.
What
Deuteronomy 4.
4:7.
Hold on, I'll read it. Just follow along, okay? 4 what? 7? Ready? And what nation is
Wait.
it?
So, everyone have it?
Oh, go ahead, John. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, everybody has it.
Deuteronomy 4:7.
You ready, Josh? For what nation is there so great? Who
So
had-
what?
So great.
So what nation or what group of people is there so great?
Who hath Ahayah so nigh unto them?
So if all the children of Israel, so-called blacks and Hispanics, knew that God was near to them,
Come on.
read,
As the Most High our power,
everyone's God.
as the Most High our power is in all things that we call upon him for.
So if the black community knew that God was that close to them, everything would change. We wouldn't hear about black people being shot by the police.
That's right.
The high incarceration rate.
You know why?
the drug use.
You know why, listeners? Because you would have your own police state in your neighborhoods. You would have your own economy.
Your own spiritual order.
That's right.
Keep reading.
You see what they're holding you back from?
Uh-huh.
And what nation is there so great that hath statutes and judgments so righteous as all this Christianity?
All this what?
Law.
So again, black people are naturally lawful. They're not going to turn up and hurt anybody because God gave them a law. He gave them the law, the 10 Commandments. He gave them these statutes and judgments. Deuteronomy.
Wait. The law which I set before you this day. Deuteronomy where, Josh?
7:6.
7:6. Okay. 7. All right. Next page is over. A couple of pages. Deuteronomy 7, verse 6. Everybody
Hold
have
on,
it?
everybody.
Tony, you got it?
Yep. I got it.
Wait for Pat. Okay. What's this?
7 and 6.
For thou art an holy, Pat, you got it?
Yes, I got it.
All right. For thou art an holy people.
So, for thou art a what?
A holy people.
A inferior people.
A holy people.
A subjugate, a slave people.
A holy people unto the Most High thy power. The Most High thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people.
A what?
Special people.
A what?
Special people.
Hmm.
Unto himself.
Come on.
Above all.
Wait, what?
Equal.
What?
Beneath.
Above?
The same. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So he chose the children of Israel above. In other words, not equal. So that whole thing about everyone is created equal is a lie.
That's a big
That
lie.
is a lie. No, there is no
Nobody
such
created
thing.
equal.
I want to finish in Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy the 28th chapter.
All right. And what, Josh?
What
verse?
Uh,
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Deuteronomy 28 and
9, right, Josh?
Deuteronomy 28. Where do I want? I just want the last 5 of 65 through 68, 64 through 68, the last
All right, 64.
5 verses.
All right, Deuteronomy 28, 64 to 68. Right? Okay. Ready?
Wait, hold on. Okay.
You have it, Josh? Everybody have it? Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64, starting. And the Most High shall scatter thee among all people.
And that's why you can find black Israelites all over the earth.
That's
in
right.
Africa,
all over.
In India, even in
all over.
in Europe, in America. Read.
All the islands, from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
Uh-huh.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
Wait, other what?
Other gods.
So, listen, everybody. Listen, Israel. God said to you that in these other nations where you would serve other gods or religions. When you see that word in the Old Testament, other gods, just think of the word religion or other spiritual paths. So you would be under different spiritual paths under these nations. Yeah. Read.
Where you going? Oh.
Let's go there.
Yeah, just show them. Tell them where it is. It's all right. Yeah. Straight down. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right, ready? Serve other gods which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood, the Christian cross, and stone, the Mecca stone.
So basically, that encompasses the major religions that have Israelites, the children of Israel, caught up in them. Islam and Christianity, right? Read.
And okay. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Most High shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. So basically, black people would have this gap of insecurity feeling in these nations. They would never really feel protected. That's right. Secure. So they would have a sense of always like they're in danger of something in these nations. And right? Thy life shall try hang in doubt before thee. That's right. Now, if the majority of black people's lives does not hang in doubt before every day, they can be shot in their own communities.
They can be imprisoned for no reason by the police, or even shot by the police for no reason.
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night.
Thou shalt what?
Fear.
No, thou shalt be secure.
Fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life. In the morning thou shalt say, would Ahayah it were evening. And at evening thou shalt say, would Ahayah it would morning. For the fear of thine heart, the mind, wherein thou shalt fear. And for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. And the Most High shall bring...
Wait, and I want everyone out there, take verse 68. Just take this verse to your Christian pastor and ask him to break this down.
Yeah.
Who is this referring to? Deuteronomy 28:68. Read.
And the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt again,
which means he would bring the children of Israel back into slavery or captivity.
Come on.
Read.
By the way whereof.
By the way of, what would he bring them in?
Way of I spake.
No, what would he bring them in?
Ships.
In what?
Again with ships.
So, where do we see this?
Come on, Josh.
Like I said, now listen. We see this. Don't we see this on movies? Django.
Right.
Roots.
Right.
Amistad.
It's 12-year what?
12-year a slave. See, Hollywood puts the Bible right in front of you, but because they haven't taught you how to understand what they're showing you, people can't go and say, wait a minute, that's Deuteronomy 28 they're showing us.
See, that's right, but now you can. See, now you can. Okay.
Whenever you see a slave movie, think about Deuteronomy 28.
That's right.
Whenever you see the ghetto and the black community, this is Deuteronomy 28 playing out in front of us.
The whole chapter of Deuteronomy 28 is about your people, what happened to them.
So he would bring them into Egypt again with ships. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto you, he told them before, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. So no man shall save you.
So there you shall be sold as bondmen and bondwomen, and no man will save you. What? Sold to Mr. Washington in Virginia. Sold to Master Bookman in Florida. Sold to Master Smith in Georgia. Sold to Master Johnson in Mississippi. See, the names you carry aren't even your real name, last names. If you're a so-called African American, your last name is Judah.
That's right.
If you're a so-called Jamaican, your last name is Benjamin.
That's right.
If you're a Haitian, your name is Levi. Those are the Southern Kingdom Israelites.
If you're Mexican, your name is Issachar. If you're American Indian, your name is Gad.
Right.
Awesome.
I'm gonna put us back on because I have some more closing statements.
Go ahead, Josh.
Before we close. This has been a really good Bible study. We ought to learn stuff when we study the Word. So
Bible teaching, the
Bible says, ought not we to be teachers?
Right.
See, the problem with that is everyone wants to teach.
It's not clear.
Everyone wants to teach, right? And I ain't got a problem with teaching.
That's right.
But everyone wants to teach. But no one wants to really learn.
That's right.
How to teach. You want to go to a seminary. You want to go this, there, and that, and that. But you're not learning how to really teach the Bible properly. This is the truth. Jew to the Jew first, like we said when we started.
First, that's right.
Then to the Gentiles,
that's right,
or the other nations. Even in the New Testament, if you read the letters of Paul, it's always to the Jew or the Israelites, then the Gentiles. So there's an order. We have to come back into the order of the Most High.
That's right.
His people first, then the Gentiles.
That's right.
His people first, Not the Gentile first, but the Israelites.
Yashayah said to his people at that time, listen, in Jerusalem, he said, "Go not in the way of the heathen."
That's Matthew 10, 5 and 6.
Of the Gentiles mean, people who really don't know him. But go first rather to the
lost sheep
of the house of Israel.
Now again, why does he refer not because we know that a lamb will follow anything, right? But what do lambs also have? They have woolly hair and black faces. So whenever Christ is referred to as a lamb, that's actually talking about his physical appearance as a person.
That's right. Exactly.
So whenever you see Christ referred to as a lamb, think black people. Whenever you see the term lost sheep in the Bible, think Israel, because Israel is the sheep. Woolly hair, black face.
Awesome.
Right? So with that said,
we really had a good learning tonight. It was really good. And the Most High is good. He's really good. And I'm happy for Brother Pat coming here tonight. And, we're hoping that this ministry grows right in our home and that more and more will come. And we have a hall here we can rent. So keep in touch with us. And we're going to open up a Sabbath night once a month here. And I'm going to make flyers. I'm going to put them out all over the place. Because I know there's a lot of disheartened Christians. I know it. I've met them. I've met them in stores. I've met them all over.
So we like to say shalom until next time we come on.
Shalom.